All right, are you ready? You're fashion fabulous. You look good.
No,
Hold on, make sure.
I didn't have time to think about what to wear today, so you
You look
jacket.
perfect. For you. Hi, I'm Carrie Kerpen, and you're watching Work It, a show designed to help women find their own secrets for success in work and life. How many times have you scrolled through Instagram or Facebook and thought, look at how perfect her life is. Why can't I have that? Well, my friend, you're dealing with the highlight reel. Today, I'm talking to a woman with a fabulous highlight reel of her own to help us dispel some of the myths and make us all feel just a little bit better. She's entrepreneur and superstar, Lauren Maillian. Are you in fact the perfect human? And is that the image that you are trying to convey across Instagram?
I am not the perfect human.
You are not. I am shocked.
No, I'm not the perfect human. I will say that my rule of thumb for social media has always been only put out there what you would be happy with one day being on the front cover of the paper. It might come across as striving for perfection, but really it's striving for being able to share the most authentic version of my life.
Yes.
In the best light possible.
That's why it's so perfect, because you're looking at it and you're like, this is her real life. She really is doing this. It doesn't look like it's inauthentic. It just looks like there's a lot of thought that's put into it.
It is about being authentic, but it's also about making sure that I do it with a level of integrity, because I think that there is, for me, especially around young women of color, there are people that are looking up to me in a certain light. And I take that responsibility very seriously, right? So what might just be a quick, hey, snap, this second might show you this is all that I do. You might take it as that. And so I really try to show, I guess the best way to say it, I've never thought about it this way, is I try to share more than one message in one image.
Ooh, I need some real deal details for a second.
Okay.
Who takes the pictures? When there's like gorgeous photos of you, who's taking them? Is there a photographer there, or your friends just know how to take great pictures?
My friends know how to take great pictures.
Do you take 100 and then say, I like this one?
It honestly depends on who's taking the picture.
Okay, so if it were me, you'd have to take 100.
What happens often is that I take a lot of them on the iPhone. Okay. But what happens quite often is that I'll give the camera to a friend, and I love portrait mode, and then I'll get the pictures back, and like they weren't on portrait mode.
You're like,
because
no,
the yellow light
mode.
wasn't on the whole time. So it's like the yellow light has to be on the screen.
I want to pull up your Insta, and I want to pick a couple of our favorites. I'm going to give you some that I
don't know
love.
what your favorites are.
You tell me your favorites, and I will tell you my favorites.
I don't have any favorites.
Come on.
That was a selfie.
That's it.
And I think this was a little gallery. That's a selfie too.
All the kisses. See, it's natural, and yet it's perfect. But see,
Chloe
look. Okay, so she took this.
Chloe took that one. Hence the angle is a little low because she's
I can see because she's little.
Yeah, she's 8. But
is this in portrait mode?
It is in portrait mode.
Okay, good. Good to know. Okay, like look, I mean this,
No,
and this is a good
professional
example
photo.
also though of caption. See, 2 claps for the women who can cross over. Clap, clap. It's a necessary skill to get ahead and one I've been labeled all my life, but I'm finally seeing through the term to its value. Not defined by stereotypes, not limited by anyone's expectation, and certainly not afraid to throw on a crispy white Carolina Herrera shirt and get to work. Have a fabulous Friday. This is a perfectly curated post because the caption.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
And coming from the social media guru.
I mean, look at it.
I really love the animation of the moment and when that energy can come through in the picture. So some of our vacation pictures from the Dominican Republic. I mean, literally, I had to fight with Jaden to get him to take this picture, and finally it was like, ah! But I caught him in that one moment, and his hands were like this, and it looks like he was laughing, but he was really saying, enough already!
There's a quote I use all the time that says, the reason we struggle with insecurity is because we are living our behind the scenes while we're looking at everyone else's highlight reels. Do you ever look at other people on social media and feel like, I mean, the way I feel sometimes when I'm looking at some of these super successful entrepreneurs or anybody, I think like, damn, feeling insecure about your own self from looking at the success of others?
It doesn't make me feel insecure.
Yep.
That's pretty hard to do for me, right? Just because I have really thick skin. Not because I think so highly of myself, just because, people have always asked me, how did you get so confident? I said, well, you try growing up in New York City and being like the outlier in everything. Like I grew up in New York in the 80s and the 90s. you know, at a private school where I was the only kid of color, and to be quite frank, I was the only black kid. Then I was the only black girl. Even later on, you know, in middle school and high school, there wasn't a big diversity push. I was super skinny. I had a stage where I had like glasses and braces, and my mom gave me braids, and I had a size 10 foot when I was 10. So imagine like tall, skinny, lanky, bony, braids, braces, glasses, and big feet. It was terrible. So like, you know, I grew up being sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
Yeah.
So the confidence piece, and the security, the self-confidence I have, right? That's really hard to shake. Like you'd really have to dig
to get there.
Dig deep, and there aren't many people that can dig that deep to really be able to make me feel insecure. But I think looking at the highlight reel of others gives me anxiety sometimes. Like, and those are the times when honestly I won't post for days. And my hairdresser reminds me, you'd look like Beyonce if you had Beyonce's team. And so I often remind myself, like, okay, you want to look like your hair is laid and your face is beat and your outfit is popping and you're not wearing the same shoes or the same shirt or the same like go-to statement jacket or whatever. If you had, Lauren, someone whose job all day, every day was to beat your face to the gods, slay your hair, make sure that your outfit was on fire and that everything was perfectly accessorized, I would be a different Lauren. Like I would be a different Lauren, and my highlight reel would be a mighty different highlight reel.
So it helps put it in perspective.
But that's not my reality, right?
The average person would look to and have almost that exact same feeling. Like look at it and be like, oh, look how glamorous, look how great. Everybody has these experiences when they're on social media. So I'm happy you shared that with us. And for me, your highlight reel, super fabulous, girl.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
I love it. It's beautiful. I love everything you're
about
doing.
to be on it.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Score. You need to be on it right now. I feel famous. I'm famous.
Yeah, she's famous, folks.
Work it.